The French defense industry has taken a significant step forward in the development of high-end unmanned aerial systems with the successful inaugural flight of the Aarok drone, a medium-altitude, long-endurance, MALE, platform designed to operate in a range of military and surveillance roles. Conducted on French soil with civil aviation approval, the initial sortie reached an altitude of roughly 5,000 feet and remained in the air for just under an hour. While brief, this flight represented a carefully managed first step toward fully operational capabilities, reflecting both the technical maturity of the platform and a regulatory environment increasingly supportive of rapid unmanned aircraft testing. The flight itself was performed with a safety pilot on board, allowing engineers to gather critical data on takeoff and landing behavior, airframe loads, vibration, and other operational variables, all of which are essential for ensuring long-term reliability in missions that may last an entire day. The Aarok project is privately funded by Turkey's Gallard, and its development strategy has emphasized incremental progress to reduce bureaucratic and regulatory delays. By initially flying a piloted configuration, the company could accelerate test approvals and begin collecting vital performance data while remaining within civil aviation constraints. This pragmatic approach also aligns with recent calls from French authorities for faster delivery of unmanned systems, as well as a more flexible framework for test campaigns. The aircraft is designed from the outset to fulfill a broad range of mission profiles, from persistent surveillance to precision strike, and its modular architecture ensures that payloads can be adapted without requiring major structural changes. Visually, the Aarok embodies the characteristics that modern MALE UAV operators expect. It features a large, straight high aspect ratio wing and a single turboprop engine mounted at the front. The fuselage is a balanced combination of metal and composite materials, selected for durability where strength is critical and weight savings where efficiency is more important. The airframe dimensions are consistent with other well-known MALE drones, with a wingspan exceeding 20 meters and a fuselage length in the mid-teens, providing a platform large enough to support long-duration missions and a variety of sensor and weapons packages. Structural choices favor maintainability over experimental materials, ensuring that operational units can sustain the platform without complex or high-cost procedures. Power for the drone comes from a turboprop engine producing roughly 1,000 to 1,200 horsepower, driving a multi-blade propeller. This allows the aircraft to cruise efficiently in the low to mid-hundreds of knots while providing the thrust required for operations at high altitude. Once testing progresses, the service ceiling is expected to exceed 40,000 feet, offering significant flexibility for both reconnaissance and strike operations. Endurance is a core feature of the design, with the aircraft capable of remaining aloft for a full day under a standard intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance (ISR) payload. Lighter configurations extend this duration further, while missions carrying heavy external stores reduce the maximum time on station. Additionally, the design includes space for satellite communication equipment, ensuring that the platform can maintain connectivity even in remote or contested environments. Aarok's payload flexibility is central to its operational concept. The fuselage contains a modular bay that can accommodate mission-specific kits, ranging from electro-optical and infrared sensor systems to signals intelligence racks. Underwing hardpoints are designed to carry external loads in the ton range, allowing the integration of guided bombs or compact air-to-surface missiles as required. This modularity simplifies the integration process, reduces costs associated with reconfigurations, and permits operators to tailor the platform to specific mission requirements. In French service, the most likely configuration would pair an optronics turret with radar sensors for surface search or moving target detection, complemented by precision munitions when doctrinal conditions permit. Export clients are expected to configure the UAV differently, but the core advantage remains the same: the platform can adapt quickly without major structural modifications. Operationally, the Aarok is designed to maximize persistence, which has long been the defining advantage of MALE aircraft. By providing continuous coverage of a geographic area, the drone enables commanders to maintain situational awareness and make decisions without expending additional resources or risking personnel. Over maritime areas, the platform could patrol offshore territories, monitor fishing zones, oil installations, and other slow-moving vessels. On land, it could provide route reconnaissance, target development, and communications relay support for dispersed units. While the UAV is capable of carrying precision strike weapons, the majority of its flying hours will likely be devoted to patient observation, verification, and data relay, tasks that are essential for modern military operations but do not require the immediacy or speed of manned platforms. The first flight also highlights a shift in French regulatory policy, which is increasingly focused on creating pathways for quicker operationalization of unmanned systems. Successfully securing civil aviation clearance for a piloted version demonstrates that both regulators and industry can collaborate effectively when development is staged thoughtfully. By financing the initial flight phases and accepting a piloted start, Turkey's Gallard has minimized administrative delays and accelerated program timelines, precisely addressing the armed forces' demand for earlier access to capable UAVs. Despite the progress, technical challenges remain. Ensuring the resilience of satellite communications in the face of deliberate interference is a critical design consideration, as is the integration of detect and avoid systems for safe operations in shared airspace. Engineers must also validate performance under adverse conditions, including high-altitude power margins, icing scenarios, and engine-out contingencies. The first sortie marks only the beginning. Hundreds of flight hours across various conditions will be required before Aarok can be considered a fully mature operational tool. From a strategic perspective, Aarok offers capabilities that European operators have largely relied upon American and Turkish systems to provide. Its endurance, modular payload options, and potential for precision strike provide a level of operational independence and industrial leverage for France, particularly in border security and expeditionary missions. For commanders, the platform offers persistent surveillance, reliable communication relays, and strike options when targets appear fleeting. A pair of drones could maintain coverage over a distant maritime sector for an entire day, guiding naval or helicopter assets efficiently rather than requiring redundant manned sorties. Similarly, overland missions could integrate radar, optical sensors, and communications equipment to support brigade-level operations, ensuring that artillery, electronic warfare, and maneuver units operate with a coherent situational picture. The emphasis on persistence rather than speed underscores the tactical philosophy behind the platform. Finally, the introduction of Aarok represents a meaningful step toward a more autonomous European drone industry. While competition is fierce and export scrutiny rigorous, the combination of credible performance, modularity, and a realistic timeline positions the platform as a practical addition to Europe's MALE UAV inventory rather than a speculative project. If development continues at the current pace, the drone could reshape France's operational posture and provide a valuable new tool for persistent intelligence collection, maritime and land-based surveillance, and precision engagement. In the context of a first low-profile flight, these implications are both significant and indicative of the strategic ambitions driving Europe's unmanned aerial capabilities forward.